come on. That's a nice looking rig, isn't it? Countyline log splitter. She's a cream buff. Okay, so I'm a novice at this, and I did pinch one of my fingers with a 25-ton log splitter.
The heated garage door is open. I found out 3 hours later when my wife called me to ask why I left the garage door open when it was 17 degrees out. I was overly excited to use the Ranger to pull the Countyline log splitter and to use the log splitter for the first time. Hope you enjoy the video. Log splitter is frozen to the ground. I couldn't move it. Thankfully, the Ranger winch could. For the last year, I've done all my videos in 2K. I've upgraded my editing program to Final Cut Pro, professional editing software, and the quality of the imagery really shows on a day like today. I hope you're enjoying the video and appreciate the quality. Thank you for tuning in to watch the video. Since this video, I've raised the ball hitch on the Ranger about 6 inches so the log splitter sits at a much better angle and is easier to hook up.
So the task for today, I'm going to cut the limbs off in the small parts of the trunk, pile them here, and possibly have a bonfire. The lower section, which is much thicker, I'm going to try splitting on the Countyline log splitter and see how that works. I have yet to split a log with it. We'll give that a try. And of course, you know, my log pile on my other side of the property, which seems to be growing, I have to start splitting that. Oh, that's a nice tow rig, isn't it? Looks duty bound, doesn't it? This is why I like having a utility side by side during the winter. My tractor's tied up with the snowblower on it. Can't use that. Wow. And I can use this even to use a dump body to haul my tools, but also to haul twigs and logs around in the back of it. I picked up this log splitter, 25-ton log splitter, in the fall. I did not get a great price on it, but the prices were going up. Seemed like every week on it. So I was thankful to get that, and we'll put it to use.
The log splitter is now over $200 more than what I paid for it. I've had a log ox for over 2 years, and this is the first time I've used it, and I'm really impressed with it. This is the second time I've used a log splitter in 21 years. Do not watch this video thinking that I know how to use this properly and efficiently, because I don't. I did get better by the end of the day, and I have a lot to learn. This is the Countyline 4-way wedge, and I have to tell you I was pretty impressed with it. I don't see a lot of people using this on YouTube, but I found on smaller logs, maybe a foot in diameter, it works well. What a beautiful day. It's about 17 degrees. Didn't feel like that at all. Sun's out, beautiful sky. Can't pass up an opportunity to use this Ranger pulling the log splitter around. Headed over to the other side of my property where I have a pile of stacked ash trees, one of which is 30 inches in diameter plus, and we're going to put this log splitter to work on a very hard frozen 30-inch ash tree. 2 years ago, you couldn't even walk through this section of my property because it had so many dead ash trees on it that were going to either fall on you or had fallen on the ground, plus brambles and bushes. It was just a disaster. And you've seen me working in this area for the last 2 years, but I don't think I've ever shown you on video with this area with grass planted. It's come a long way, and received a lot of compliments from my neighbors and passers-by. I'll do a follow-up video. How cold is it today? The log splitter froze to the ground. I had to use the Polaris Ranger winch to get that broken free. Now this log is frozen to the log pile, and I'm going to use the Ranger winch again to pull this off the pile. Winches are so handy around your property. I cannot recommend them enough. I have a bad shoulder. Regardless of that, this log is probably the maximum that I could lift up and put on this log splitter without and I could always put the log splitter in the vertical position to split big logs. This log is not 30 inches in diameter. I would say it's 24 plus. The log splitter just does an amazing job. It's an excellent machine.
I'm letting the 6.5 horsepower Kohler engine cool down, idle down as I call it. That was the biggest ash tree log I have. The biggest. You can see it was bigger than my 16-inch bar on my saw. Even cutting it from both ends, I had to flip it and cut it once I got it on the ground. By the way, you can see how handy a winch is. That remote control is great. This is the wood that came from that one log. That one log. You can see what I have to cut. And split. With more on the way, more trees that are down. Do you imagine if I didn't haul a majority of those 200 trees off the site, the pile that I'd have? So during the winter, on days like today, I'm going to work at cleaning this up. I'm really looking forward to it, actually. Beautiful, beautiful day. Might do a review by the fire. Come on. That's a nice looking rig, isn't it? The engine is running better and better. It's running smoother and smoother on the Ranger Trail Boss. Look at these tires. I'm sorry, guys. I'm liking this machine. I wish those were DOT tires. Countyline log splitter. She's a cream buff. Okay, so I'm a novice at this. And I did pinch one of my fingers with a 25-ton log splitter. Not bad. So I'm learning, and so many of you are experts on YouTube. I did get more proficient the more I did it. We'll see how good I get. 25-ton, first impressions, Countyline, 25-ton log splitter. I think ash is a darn hard tree. Plus it may be partially frozen. I think it did an outstanding job, met all my expectations. I got a lot of wood to split, more on the way. This little thing is a green pup. I'm gonna run it out of fuel, but I won't do it with you on camera. Marauders, thank you for coming back to the channel. I hope, please subscribe to my channel. That's how we keep track. Hoping to break 5,000 subscribers this month. Please stay healthy, stay safe, respect each other, and I hope to see you on the trail. Thank you and God bless.